That's a great question. I released a plan. It's called a growth district, okay? It's not an original plan. I look to other communities that already have it in place, and I take practices that work in other communities and we can put into place here. So a growth district would be, for instance, I'd like to focus on Taunton Avenue. Taunton Avenue is the gateway into our community. People coming off the highway, that's the first thing they see. We're looking at empty storefronts, buildings with no people living in it. We can change that by designating that a growth district. In other communities, they designate a growth district, and then they give them CDBG money, a loan, for new businesses coming in, up to $30,000 with a 1% interest rate. Should that business succeed, 5 years in, we forgive the loan. It's a way to encourage people to come into these depressed areas and build them up. We need to do that for our community, and I think we can do it.
Mr. Quattrucci, what can you do to generate economic development in the city?
Economic development. Well, there's not much more land here to develop, number one. Number two, the rules have to be changed. Like I said, being a building official for 30 years, I talk to all the major contractors in the state. Their big problem is the time element to go through the planning stages. So it has to be, I'm not picking on the people that work in planning, but that's the way it's been done for years. There's some kind of a system that they have to come out to get this thing going fast, because in this day and age, when the contractor or developer comes in, he has to spend a lot of money, and he can't wait around for 5-6 years with this and that, because as the time goes by, his money gets drained, then the economic conditions go down the drain, and he's out all that money. So it's going to be speeded up. So these developers come in. Now you're going to get developers coming in. They're going to buy pieces of property and demolish what's on it. When there's no more land, that's what happens. Like in other states, you go to Wisconsin. That's what they do. They knock down the whole blocks. The schools put up all dormitories. Just knock everything right out, clean it up, and new building. But you got to get something going.
Ms. Rossi?
It's time to hit the gas. What we need is a rock-solid marketing and development department. We don't have anything like it. We don't chase global companies. We don't go after businesses and bring them here when they're miserable in other cities and towns. That is going to be the key. Marketing and development. Any successful corporation has a marketing department, and we don't. So we need to turn that fuel up a lot.
Mr. Russo?
First of all, we need to recognize that everything we do as a city ties together with everything else. So economic development in one area, like the waterfront, will probably be major projects: residential, commercial, entertainment, recreation. In other areas of the city, like Riverside Square, it's going to be incremental development, one business at a time. And we need to take advantage of our resources. The bike path goes right through Riverside Square, opens up possibilities and attractions for people. Building a new high school is going to have more people want to live here, which is going to make them consume our products. Also, the arts and entertainment aspect of our city will attract people here. We need to recognize that it all ties together and adopt a long-term plan.
Ms. Rossi?
Although I don't completely disagree with that assessment, if people don't know we're here and what's available, who's going to come? We need to market ourselves. We don't. The bike path does go through. We've tried to get people to come off the bike path. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Thousands and thousands of people use it all the time, but they never see what's off the path because we don't market it.